Hey guys, Caro97 again, once again with some more new loot. Brought to you by Gunpla Builders Benelux and Gunpla Builders Europe. Links in the description down below. So this time around, Raphael provided me with the 144th scale Hyphenol Century Zeta Plus Test Image Color. Or as we in the trade like to call it, Amuro's color scheme. And the stickers are included. That was the one thing I was kind of wondering if we were going to get Amuro's stickers because, well, it's not officially Amuro's colors according to the box. And the box was a bit beaten up in transit, but fortunately all the contents seemed to be just fine. Of course, this was completely to be expected as well. In the regular A1, it doesn't have any color separation in the wings going on, so it was quite obvious that they were never going to do it. And well, making entirely new wings, when you look at the Ailstrike Gundam, that thing didn't even have any separation there. This was completely to be expected. And so far, the colors look very nice. Unlike the Master Grade, we don't have that weird kind of color bleeding that the Master Grade had. It had some really weird things going on with the color scheme, especially on the off-white. It had like weird black swirls in it, so I'm really happy to see this one isn't affected. The only thing I have to say about this... Oh, we get extra parts? Oh yeah, of course. Absolutely brilliant. We're literally getting a sheet telling us where the stickers should go, because of course, yeah. I should have seen that one coming. And of course, it's based on this thing. Now, the one thing I'm a bit saddened by is that we don't get the actual Zeta Plus beam rifle, and that we're basically just getting the unicorn version. Because, of course, as you may or may not know, the big differences between the original Zeta Pluses and the Zeta Pluses from Gundam Unicorn is the beam rifle. These guys have, like, the Delta Plus beam rifle, where... Well, I mean, the Unicorn guys have the Delta Plus-like beam rifle, whereas the original ones, such as... including the test one, have a more Hyakushiki style beam rifle, just a little bit longer. So, putting this thing aside. Next up, as I said in the previous unboxing, well, new loot video I got from the Gunpla Builders, I finally bought some Gunpla in Belgium for literally the first time in years. It's like my childhood. Minus the paying way too much part. So yeah, I got this thing. And in case anyone is wondering, yes, I saw the Too Old for Toys video, and I just had to get one, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Then I saw Prime 92's video, and I kind of forgot to get one. And then I saw that Raphael was carrying them, and I actually managed to get them cheaper than I would have gotten them otherwise. So yeah, I got a pretty damn good deal with this thing. And the one thing I'm really curious about is the quality, because I'm not actually sure how official or unofficial this thing is, because in Too Old for Toys' video, it was like semi-official, and then I'm guessing this is a remold of that, or is this the same thing? Because looking at these parts, everything looks to be pretty much spot on. I mean, of course, I'm going to have to put it together in order to really find out how it's going to be, but really, looking at these parts, and even, yeah, the red looks to be somewhere in between the cheap Gundam Wing red and the regular red, so that's at least something. And then we have stickers. Now, I wonder, are these going... They look like they're water slides, but I'm definitely not used to water slides for the... Oh my god! Is that... No way, that can't be metal. That can't be metal. Is it? Is that actual metal we're getting for this? Where's my hobby knife? There's no way that's... That would be simply amazing. This is... Anyways, they look really nice, so that is definitely something. Also, one funny thing is that this is listed as a real grade, but really looking at the frame, that would also be kind of like calling I think it's plastic. But still, that's very nice looking. And also, no nub marks. That's really cool. I mean, wow, that's better than Bandai, actually. Huh. Well, that's a really cool touch. Nothing at all on the thrusters. That's really sweet. That's some pretty damn good attention to detail. And other than that, looking pretty nice. Let's see the finer detail on the chest there. Yeah, maybe not as sharp as Bandai quality completely, but it looks plenty good enough. And really, those thrusters, they're having me excited. And man, this thing looks pretty damn nice. And it might not have a full real grade inner frame, but really, that's for the best of it. Real grades are fragile enough as is. I do not, for the life of me, want to build a real grade that's not official Bandai. Like, I don't care if it's third party or just complete knockoff. A real grade third party, that cannot end well. I mean, let's all remember the Zeta gun here. And this thing is now looking very interesting. Let's see, can I get a box shot of the thrust? Ah, they're painted here. Also, the beam says are painted. Now, wait, do you also get regular ones? I didn't check. Anyways, moving on to the final one I also bought. Bam! Hazel Custom. Because, of course, I had to. As I've said, well, I think I've said quite a few times already, during July or August somewhere, I'm going to have a huge Advance of Zeta Marathon, and this is, of course, going to be included. I've also seen that, here it is, they are going to release this thing. I can't immediately remember when they were going to release it, but it was going to be released, and I really hope these guys make more. It's a really nice orange color. Let's see, little details on here. Once again, looking at the inside of the thrusters, that's something very impressive. Oh man, this looks really good. Just like you'd expect from a Bandai Masquerade, except this is water slide instead of rub transfer. Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be water slide. Yeah, I'm really getting excited to put this thing together. And like I said, I really hope these guys continue making model kits. If this is going to be as awesome as it looks, this is just fantastic. Like, they're going to be building the Advanced Hazel, and in that same picture, they had the high mobility type Garibaldi Beta. I mean, if they release a master grade Garibaldi Beta, and they continue to put out Advance of Zetas, these guys, Magic Toys, they're going to be one of my favorite model kit producers ever. Like, I don't care if they're third party, I don't care if they're not Bandai. They're putting out awesome kits, and that is all that's important. Really, it seems like Bandai just doesn't really want to put out any more Advance of Zeta kits. Like the last one, like ever since they just had that little spree of Advance of Zeta, they just kind of stopped doing it. I guess that for them the series was over. And once again, the red, it doesn't look like the complete Bandai red, but it's still a hell of a lot better than the Gundam Wing red. Let's see, polycaps. Overall, I'm very impressed with this. I'm also hoping they're gonna put out a more modern Jim Quell. Because, well, really, the thing I hate about the Masquerade Jim Quell is the feet. They're just not really doing it. Or maybe these feet are going to be compatible with the Masquerade Jim Quell. That would be awesome as well. Yeah, let's have another close look at this. This looks pretty damn nice. And that's all for this new loot video, in which there were two amazing firsts. The first one is that for the first time in years, I bought Gunpla in Belgium without regretting it. As I said in the first new loot video that was brought to you by the Gunpla builders Benelux and Europe, that I finally bought it, and that, well, that was referring to this Hazel here, which I pre-ordered from Raphael immediately once he said that, oh yeah, we are getting that thing in stock. So immediately snagged that up, and well, this thing later on as well. Which brings me to the second first, the first third-party models I bought ever. Well, minus the resin kits, but those are kind of a separate thing altogether. So yeah, first third-party model kits, and once again, I must say I was impressed. I was expecting good quality because I've been hearing a lot of good things, especially about the Hazel here, the Hazel Custom, and Magic Toys in general. So I was kind of expecting it to be good, but not really this good. I mean, as far as I could tell, it's pretty much on par with Bandai. And same goes for this RX-78-2 here. Maybe a little bit, how to put it, not as super detailed as Bandai, but pretty damn close. Unless you're really looking up close, you don't really notice anything. So I'm very impressed by that. Maybe relevant to bring up here is that the reason I didn't buy any third-party kits before this is, well, there just weren't any that interested me. That's kind of the same reasoning for the resin kits. If there's a Bandai alternative, I'll go for the Bandai alternative. But if there isn't one, then, well, what can you do? There's no RX-78-2 Virgin Kotoki in 1/144 scale, and there is no Hazel Gundam in 1/100 scale, master grade, or 1/100 scale in general, like, not at all. And they also don't seem to have any plans to make either of them, so that's why I didn't have any problems buying these things. I am, however, very much against pure rip-offs that are identical to the Bandai kits, like, what were those companies again? Daban, and TT Hongli. Those are the first two that immediately come to mind. Like, those kind of things I'm not going to do ever, because why would I buy an inferior model kit if the Bandai one is much better, and especially with shipping and then customs included, it's probably going to end up very close to the original one as well. Also, Gunpla builders Europe and Benelux don't carry them, and for that, that's a very good thing. So yeah, that's all for this new loot video. The first one I'm going to be building is the Zeta Plus test image colors, or as we call it, Amuro colors. And then, depending on what else I get, this one is going to be built very quickly because I love Kotoki and his style, his feet, the head, it looks very nice, and this model kit did a very good job of recreating it. The Hazel Custom, as I said, that's gonna have to wait until July or probably late August with the Hazel Marathon, where I just go through all of them immediately, well, in one go. And I also think this one has seen plenty of reviews already, so I think it's going to be okay if I wait it out a little bit. So, see you guys next time. And don't forget links for the Gunpla Builders Europe and Benelux in the description down below.